Kia ora te whānau. What we're going to try to do today is to use one of these with the Microbit. What is one of those? Those are an 8 LED RGB color strip. So they are 8 LEDs that we can control individually with full color LEDs on them. Now these have had 3 header pins soldered onto them so that you can connect some wires. The other things I have today is a female or a socket to male or to probe jumper cables. I have a Microbit and I have a cable to use that Microbit with. I also have a little secret later on that I will show you as well. Okay, what we want to do today is connect this up and to get 5 colors happening one after the other. That's our goal. Let's start by connecting up the Microbit. So I'm just going to plug this into my computer, a little bit off screen. I'm going to plug that into my Microbit here. Now when I do this, whatever code was flashed onto my Microbit memory will start running straight away, but it doesn't look like anything's happening, so that's fine. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to plug in my LED display to my socket jumper leads here. And the colors don't matter, but you'll see on the back, and hopefully I can bring this into focus, that I have 4 terminals on the back, but only 3 of them are soldered. I have DI for data in. I have 4 to 7 volts direct current here. We're going to be using 3 volts, and that's just fine. And I have another GND, a ground. So the electricity is going to come in through here and out through the ground. In through the voltage, the 3 volts, what we're going to be using, and out through the ground. And the data is going to be coming in through this leg, telling each LED whether or not to turn on, what color to be, whether or not they should be bright or dim or anything like that. Okay. The colors don't matter when I plug these in, but just because it's a normal thing to do, I'm going to make ground black, and then the others don't really matter. Whatever colors you have on hand. If you have a red, make the red the voltage. And if you have a yellow, make the yellow data. That is typically what happens. But today I'm using black, white, and gray. To put it around that way so you can see it a bit more clearly. Fantastic. Okay, now I just need to attach these to my Microbit. And that's tricky. I've thought of a few different ways to do this, but honestly, I've tried crocodile clips, I've tried breakout boards. Honestly, the thing that I've settled on at the moment is actually just this. Masking tape. So I'm going to take my masking tape, place it over the sockets, and just tear off. Tear off a little bit on here. And then I'm going to hook up my black cable, my GND, my ground, to the ground on the Microbit. Just peel it back, push it in, and that should be fine. It can be a bit finicky. I wouldn't use this out in the real world, but for this, it's okay. I'm going to put my white one, my voltage, onto 3 volts. And just, it's poked through. That's a bother. Here we go, nice and careful, and that should be fine. And my data, I'm going to put, bring it back into shot, into pin 0, all right? So there we go. My data is going down into pin 0 like this. I'm just going to loop that over so it's nice and secure. And that should be it. Now, my LED should be running. Fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to move the Microbit out of shot a little bit and bring the LED in here, because Microbit's not going to change. Whoa. All right, LED, well, hopefully I can get it the right way around. You'll see that it's showing a little bit there. That's because my previous program is still running. Let's see if we can get that up back onto the screen. Okay, we're at the instructions now, and I've moved my microbit down a little bit. I have a couple of basic activities for you to do and a few challenges for you to try to figure out how that might happen. We'll just work through the first one here. Show 5 colors one after the other. Remember that my LED strip right now is only showing something because I'd programmed it before and that program was already in the microbit. Yours will probably be off at the moment and there'll be no way to tell if it's wired up correctly. We'll find out very, very soon. Okay, so if I go over to Microbit, Microsoft MakeCode for Microbit, you'll see here that we're going to start a new project. I'm going to call this one LED array, LED lights. I don't know, you can call it something else. I've already used LED, so I'm going to use LED lights. And here, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to extensions and I'm going to find NeoPixel. And we're going to install that extension down here. Okay, so I have 2 blocks going on start and forever. On the on start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to NeoPixel, which is now turned up down here, and I'm going to set strip. We'll move that forever block. Set strip NeoPixel at pin 0 because our NeoPixel is attached at pin 0 with how many LEDs? 8 LEDs in RGB format. Okay, now here's what I want to do. I'm going to come down to NeoPixel, and I'm going to go strip, show color red. And I should be able to. Oops, I can't pair anything. Let's try reconnecting my microbit to see if it will wake up. Let's try again. And we're connected, downloading. Here we go. Hey, fantastic, it's red. Cool, can I duplicate that? Oh, and I'm going to show color orange. Download, what's going to happen? Huh. It's not showing red then orange. Let's try one more. Show color green. What's going to happen? Why isn't it showing red then orange then green then red then orange then green? What's happening? Well, actually what's happening is that there's no amount of time that it's showing red for and no amount of time that it's showing orange for and then a fraction of a second that it's showing green for before it returns around for this loop. So what you actually need to do is, because computers run very fast and our eyes don't run anywhere near that fast, is just pause. Maybe 200 milliseconds between each, 500 milliseconds. Don't forget to pause it under the last one. Let's download it and just have a look what's happening. There we go, flick, 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 flick. And now we have a little disco light going on. That shutter, that roll that you can see going up the LEDs is actually just because of my camera. They are all changing all at once. Cool. Right, I might just stop that because that is quite a lot. Maybe let's stop that to 5 seconds. And then it might be a little bit more tolerable. Oh, we needed 5 colors. Let's add in 5 colors. Purple, yes. Oops, and one more. Purple, and then it can go full white. Don't forget to pause. And that can sit there and change away while we do the next one. Great, let's go back to our instructions. This one, big tick. Done. What's next? Show 8 different colors at once. Okay, this is going to be a bit more tricky, but I think we can manage. Here's what we want to do. Instead of using the strip show color red, we're going to come into NeoPixel and we want to, there's an easy way to do this and the way that I actually want you to do this. We want to come down to more and we want to go strip, set pixel color at 0 to red. Now, what pixel is pixel? What pixel is 0, I should say? It's actually this first one. So they're actually numbered 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a really common thing to do in computing, is to name the first one 0 and then every one more after that. So I'm going to set that to red, and I'm going to set that to 1, and that's going to be yellow. I'm just going to do this through. Maybe I'll pause and bring you in when I'm finished. And here we go. I have, oops, move me out of the way a little bit. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 8 things in total. It's set to different colors there. And I'll pop myself back in the corner. Let's download it and see what we get. Download, and here we go. That's not 8 different colors at once at all. What's happening? Well, NeoPixel, when it comes to NeoPixel expects us to set the color each of these different LEDs, to like load it into memory and then tell each of them to actually go. So what we want to do is find this little block here that says strip.show, and it's really good practice at the start to say strip clear as well. Now let's try that. There we go. Well, some of them look quite close. The white and the indigo and the violet and the purple look really close. But the reds and the greens is fantastic. Oh, we don't have a green. Why don't we have a green? You, become green. Go, lovely. Try again. Yes, there we go. A nice, vibrant green as well. Okay. Second one, complete. Okay. Next, lucky last, let the user turn the LEDs on and off using some event other than the buttons. Ooh, that's unfortunate. It would have been very, very nice to use the buttons, but let's go into input and see what we've got. We've got acceleration, we've got light level, we've got compass heading, temperature, we have logo pressed, sound level, that's interesting. Should we do it on shake? Well, I quite like where my, that we might end up pulling out those header pins. Should we use light level? Well, what about on sound? Should we try on sound? Okay. So let's take these and let's get rid of them. And in fact, let's get rid of forever. Okay, what we need is some way to save whether or not our lights are on or off. Okay, let's create a new variable to say LED state, LEDs on. Okay, we're going to set LEDs on to start with. We're going to set LEDs on to logic. Here we go. False. They're not going to be on when we start. And to make sure that we don't, we're going to go strip clear. Okay. On loud sound, we're going to say, we're going to come in here and we're going to say, we're going to, whatever the LEDs is, we're going to set it to the other thing. So I'm going to come into logic, variables, and I'm going to say set LEDs onto not LEDs on. Whoops, variables, LEDs on. So set LEDs on to not LEDs on. So what is that going to do? That's going to toggle whether or not that's on. So they start with false. When we play a loud sound, it's going to set it to not false. Not false is true. It's going to set it to true. Why do we say it like that, though? Why don't we just say set it to true? Because the next time I play a loud sound, I want it to go back to false. So I want it to toggle on and off and on and off. So if LED's on, if they're on, then what do I want to do? I would like to turn them on. Strip show color, a lovely green. Or else, if that's not true, what do I want to do? I want to clear. Strip clear. Does that look right? Let's find out. Okay. Is it working? Hey, turned it to green. Maybe we need to say show color rather than strip clear, show color black. Is that what we should do? Maybe I'm using that block wrong. Here we go. Try that again. There we go. Show color black means turn off. And a loud noise. And again. How good is that? We have a way to turn on and off LEDs by using sound. 1, 2, 3 basic things done. Okay, you have 3 challenges to do. It's up to you to solve them, and then it's up to you to show me whether or not you have managed to do these. Okay, a health bar that reduces when you push A and then B resets again. So what I want to have is this showing a whole lot of green LEDs. Oh, it's still going. And then when you push A, one red LED turns up. And when you push A again, another red LED turns up. And when you push A again, another red LED turns up. We'll look at the solution in class. And let's see if you can slowly move from one color to another again. That's a slightly harder challenge. And lucky last, set the LEDs to one color and have an LED of another color move back and forth along this strip. There we go. I'll see you next time. Ka kite, everybody.